Hey Wira, how are you?
I'm fine, Bayu. What about you?
I'm fine too, Wira. By the way, you have been in Japan before, right?
Yes, I went to Japan last year, but only for a few days.
Oh, I'm curious about the Japanese culture. Do you know something about the Japanese culture? And by the way, I heard that in Japan, the people have some rules when eating. Can you explain the rules when eating in Japan?
Oh, sure. I've learned a little bit of their culture when I was in Japan. And yes, there is eating etiquette in Japanese culture. Also, we know that Japanese people use chopstick when they eat, right? And apparently, in Japan, they have a lot of eating manners or etiquettes. But what are those? So the first one is when you're eating from a small bowl, it is the correct manner to pick up your bowls and lead it close to your mouth from when you're eating it. However, larger types of dishes should not be picked up. And then the second one is when you're sharing food with your families or friends, it is considered polite way to share the foods by using the opposite end of your chopstick. Not just that, there are many other manners that you should do or you should avoid doing when you're eating in Japanese restaurant or anywhere else. But what are those? So those that you need to avoid doing is burping, loudly munching your food, and blowing your nose at the table where you eat. But on the other hand, what are the good manner? So the good mannerism is by eating the food that already given to you until it's empty. And after you eat the food until it's empty, you say the phrase "Gochiso sama deshita," which in Japanese means thank you for the food. Also, not to forget, in when you eat the food first, you also said itadakimasu before you eat the food. And I think that is all about the Japanese eating etiquettes or manners that you should know by you.
Wow, that's awesome!
Yes, and by the way, Bayu, you're a Balinese person, right? Is there any culture related to food or how people eat in Bali? Because I'm curious too.
Yes, we have. It's called magibong. So magibong is one of many Balinese tradition or many Balinese cultures, which means eat the food together. So before we start the magibong, we cook the food together and then we prepare all the food together and at last we eat the food together. So it means magibong is often done together. So there are some ethics when we do the magibong. So at first you may wash your hand or you should wash your hands before you eat. Second, please do not drop the rest of the foods when you are eating. And then the third, please do not take your friend's portion or your friend's section or your friend's food. And then at last, if you have full with your stomach, please do not leave the magibong before your friends leave it.
Wow, that is a very warming culture.
Yes, we Balinese people live in togetherness after all.
By the way, I think I've got to go, Bayu, because there is not much time left. I'm happy to be able to talk with you again, and I hope we can talk another time. Then see you later, Bayu.
It's okay, Mira. See you.